If you want the real, hard, honest truth about YouTube, and if you should be on YouTube, then watch this video. Well, hello, my name is Erika Vieira, and my goal and mission with this channel is to help you grow on YouTube so that you can achieve the financial and creative freedom you want in your life. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts on whether or not you should be on YouTube here in 2021. But I'm not going to give you the typical, yes, you should be on YouTube, of course, it's an amazing platform. I'm going to give you the hard, honest truth on what it really takes to be successful on YouTube. When watching this video, think and really consider, is this the right platform for me? Because I'm going to be totally honest, as I am with my students in my Zero to Influence YouTube Bootcamp and my coaching, YouTube is not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. And it's not for people who aren't willing to put in the work. So I want you to think long and hard while watching this video if YouTube is the best platform for you. So should you start a YouTube channel? Well, the answer is yes and no. I'm going to be sharing with you a list of pros and a list of cons. And you need to determine if the pros outweigh the cons. For you, it might not. And YouTube might not be a platform for you. But maybe after watching this video, you said, I don't care about those cons. I'm ready to do it. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with the cons, and we'll get into the pros later on. So the first con is that, yes, YouTube is competitive. I know everybody likes to say, oh, there's room for everybody. And yes, I do agree that. But there's no denying the fact that more and more people are getting onto YouTube. More and more people are creating content on YouTube. And it's no longer like it was in 2014. It's a different landscape now, and you have to be that much better because there are that many more creators on YouTube, and the expectations for better quality content is higher than it was in the past. So I'm going to give you some stats here. I've got them right here. I'm not very good at having things memorized. So as of 2020, there are more than 37 million YouTube channels out there, and the number of channels is growing strong. Last year, it grew more than 23%. I'm going to break it down even further for you. 20 million channels have between 10 to 100 subscribers. Around 12 million channels feature subscriber numbers between 100 and 1,000. And around 230,000 YouTube channels have over 100,000 subscribers. And there are 22,000 YouTube subscribers out there having over 1 million. I will put the links to those stats in the description. So that's the first con. There's a lot of people out there creating content. It's not like it was back in 2013, 2014. Con number 2, YouTube is a lot of work. I am never one to deny the amount of work and dedication that it takes to be successful on YouTube. I know a lot of people out there like to say, just follow this ABC formula and you'll get to 10,000 subscribers fast. It is not like that at all. And if anybody's telling you that, they're not telling you the whole truth, because YouTube really does require a significant amount of work to see long-term success. I recommend at a minimum to do 1 video a week. If you can, do 2 videos a week. On average, it can take anywhere from, and this is just rough numbers based on my experience with creators, myself. It's not, absolute, but it could be anywhere from 9 to 4 hours to up to 12 hours per video. And so if you're going to be doing that once, twice, 3 times a week, you really want to consider the amount of work and energy and time it will take. And it's not just sitting in front of the camera. As you know, it's a lot more than that. It's creating the thumbnails, it's researching the video ideas, it's coming up with the topics, it's editing the videos, it's filming the videos, it's doing the actual setup. Maybe you have to set everything up. All of that is time that you're dedicating to YouTube. I had an interview with Stephanie Harlow, and I'll put that here. And she talked about the insane amount of work that she spends on each of her videos. I can't remember how much it was, but it was hours and hours and hours. And she broke it down for how long it takes for her per video to edit and all that. So that was really interesting. And she has a true crime channel. So a lot of her time is dedicated to researching. So each video topic and niche is different, but you can expect for it to take time. The next con is that there is a lot of skill involved. So with YouTube, it's not as easy as saying, oh, I'm going to learn YouTube and be an amazing YouTuber, by tomorrow or next week or next month even. There are so many different skill sets that you need to acquire in order to be considered a good content creator. You need to learn how to edit. You need to learn camera equipment, how to do videography. You need to learn how to create thumbnails, and that's graphic design. You need to learn marketing. You need to learn about SEO. The amount of things that you need to learn about is a lot. And you might have skills in one area, like maybe being really good on camera. Maybe you do know how to edit. Whatever it is, that's fantastic. But you're gonna have to learn all of those aspects. So are you up for that challenge? I don't know, you tell me. So the next con is that the road to success on YouTube is a long one. A lot of people think, oh, you can just achieve overnight success on YouTube. And granted, it does happen. There's people that I've interviewed on my podcast here, like Kenna, who uploaded a video that went viral. But 99 points, I don't know, 2, 3, 4% of people, it does not happen like that. It takes some time to actually get some traction. And I've interviewed people here on the podcast like Kelty O'Connor and Camille Colezo, who talked about their journeys to success on YouTube. And I have to say, actually, the vast majority of the people that I've interviewed all have said it's taken not just months, but for many years and years on the platform to finally see success. So it's not something that you can just do and expect to see an outcome in 3 months or 6 months. You'll see some outcome, but I'm talking about success, like a YouTube career, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers that you see and that you think, that's what I want. That's where I want to be. Well, it doesn't come without the work that I talked about, but also just time. And that time is you getting better at YouTube. That time is uploading videos, and with each video, improving your skills just a little bit, so that a year from now, after uploading once or twice a week, you're proficient at YouTube. YouTube can be a lot of work without seeing results. And that's why so many people quit, because they quit before they can get to that point of being successful. They quit after 3 months and 6 months because it does take a lot. And you might be doing a lot of work for a long time without seeing the results that you want. The success doesn't come from quitting. It comes from getting better, and it comes from improving yourself. So I always say that each video that you do is a learning opportunity for you to improve your skills, get better, and maybe not make some of those mistakes that you made before. And then the last con is consistency. So everybody talks about the road to success on YouTube is being consistent, and that's true. Part of that is true. You cannot be successful on YouTube without being consistent. And you can't really take breaks on YouTube and expect to see the success that you want. I know a lot of creators do take breaks, but what I've seen happen is that they'll take a break after maybe getting burnt out, and they reevaluate. They decide maybe not to come back. They decide to come back, but to come back even stronger with a renewed sense of purpose, with maybe a new niche, with maybe a new mission. But when they come back, they're back. And they're consistent. People that come back and forth on YouTube, they have a more difficult time to see success. You can't expect to be consistent for 3 or 4 months, get off YouTube for a month, and then come back for 2 or 3 months, get burnt out, get off YouTube for a month. That is just a vicious cycle that will never end. You have to be consistent, and you need to know what you can actually do. That's why I'm creating this video, because I want you to have a sense of reality of what it really takes to be successful on YouTube. Part of that is being consistent, is that not giving up, is not getting down on yourself and your YouTube channel and allowing that to stop you from creating content, from not allowing perfectionism to stop you from creating content, from not allowing things like imposter syndrome, from not allowing all the things that can get in the way to your success stop you from creating content and being consistent. So in conclusion, for the cons, now I'm going to get into the pros. YouTube isn't for everybody. It's not. And I really like to be really realistic with the expectations that are needed in order for you to see success on YouTube. So now to the positive. And I want you to think about the cons, but I want you to also look at the pros and evaluate. Is YouTube for me in 2021? I'm going to share you some more statistics to put the other statistics that I put in the cons into perspective. So yes, there are more and more people getting onto YouTube all the time. However, there are more and more people watching YouTube. 2 billion people a month are watching YouTube. That's more than the 30 million something creators that I mentioned in the cons. So there's a lot of people out there consuming YouTube content. 1 billion videos are watched a day. 62% of businesses already use YouTube. And 37% of all mobile traffic is from YouTube. Those are some pretty promising statistics to show you how popular YouTube is and will continue to be. This is all indicating that the future is video and the future is YouTube. It's truly a powerhouse platform where you can achieve success, and the type of success that can really change your life. The second pro is the YouTube algorithm. I know a lot of people like to see the algorithm as their enemy or something that they have to kind of fight against or isn't their friend, but the algorithm is actually a really beautiful thing for new creators, people that are looking to blow up on YouTube. Without the algorithm pushing your content out, people would only know about the big famous YouTubers that are out there, like Mr. Big or Azzyland, people with millions upon millions of subscribers. If it wasn't for the YouTube algorithm recommending videos to people who they think would want to watch it, there's no way new creators would be found. So if you've got really good content, you have a focused niche, and you're really clear on the audience that you're serving, the algorithm is your best friend. And that's what's incredible about YouTube, is that you can get discovered and picked up by the algorithm and your content exposed to thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of people. I realized that I forgot a pro when I was filming. So here I am, voiceover Erika. But the next pro is that YouTube is a search engine. So YouTube, as you probably already know, is owned by Google and is the second largest search engine on the web. So what does that mean for you? Well, that means that if you're able to know and understand how search engines work and understand SEO, search engine optimization, you have the potential for your videos to be found through search. So as I mentioned before, you've got the YouTube algorithm, and on top of that, you've got YouTube search. So anytime people are searching for anything on Google or inside of YouTube, your videos can get found. There are not that many social platforms that have such a powerful search engine. And YouTube is a place where you can take advantage of that search engine and be discovered by the right people, people that are searching for exactly what you are giving on YouTube. The next pro is that when growth happens for you on YouTube, it happens pretty quickly. So I just drew this, I'm not a good drawer, but this is what growth usually looks like. You're here, you're kind of chugging along, and the videos take off and boom, you're off to the races, right? So it takes a while a lot of times for videos to get picked up. And that's for a lot of different reasons. It's because maybe your skill set isn't there yet. You're just not creating the type of content that YouTube pushes out. It could be a lot of different reasons, but whatever it is, it can take a while to see some momentum. Like I said, could take months, could take years. But then when your videos start to take off, boom, you can see such fast growth. Fast growth that can get you from 10,000 subscribers to 60,000 subscribers in a matter of a month. Or for someone like Kelty Connor, who was struggling for a while and boom, one video blew up her channel. So the growth on YouTube is exponential. It might take a minute, but when it does, it's life-changing. The next pro is that YouTube can be a vehicle to something else. One of the most important things that you can do for yourself if you have any type of online business is to grow a following. I had Hiram here on the podcast, a very well-known, successful YouTube creator, and I loved how he said, followers is a new currency. And I believe that YouTube is one of the best platforms to grow a following base. Because once you have followers, and I call them true fans based off Kevin Kelly's essay, 1,000 True Fans, once you have your true fans, then you can do anything. You can sell a product, you can sell service. So YouTube could be a means for an end for you. You could say, you know what, I want to end up actually creating my own product line. I want to create, like Erin Busby, who I work with, and she's now starting to create her own product line of handbags. To start services or course or whatever it is, YouTube can be that means to an end. And YouTube can be a vehicle for you to be able to grow an audience. I really believe that it's an incredible platform for women, especially, to have creative and financial freedom, that they can actually do what they want to do in their life and be able to support themselves and their family. There's a reason why some of the biggest stars out there, celebrities, are now on YouTube. People like Paris Hilton, Jessica Alba, Shawn Johnson, who I had on my podcast, who's an Olympic gold medalist. You see other celebrities like Shay Mitchell, Russell Brand, even Snooki from Jersey Shore. There's a reason they're all here on YouTube. All these people know and recognize the power of YouTube and how important it is to be on this platform. I've had the honor of interviewing over 300 very well-known, successful female creators. And they all shared the same thing, that YouTube changed their life. YouTube brought them what they wanted, which was freedom, which was financial freedom, which was creative freedom, which was freedom of their time. All these women were able to achieve something that they wouldn't have been able to do without YouTube.
And this is my wildest dream in a million years come true, and I honestly still can't believe it. I wake up in the middle of the night half the time and just like open my laptop and I check to make sure that it's real, because it feels like such a fantasy, and I don't think I'll ever get used to it, honestly. There's not a single day that goes by in my whole life now that every day I wake up and I just think this is the coolest life in the world.
Hello everybody, this is Kelly Stamps, and I am experiencing rapid growth on YouTube. It's pretty cool knowing I'm topping out at like $4,000 right now, because just a few months back I was only making $120. And some days, like the past few days, I just didn't want to make a video, but I still made money because when I was sleeping, people across the world were watching. And it's like the best passive, well, I guess it's passive, the best passive income ever.
Should you start a channel in 2021? Well, if hard work, grit, consistency, and it not happening to you overnight doesn't scare you, and you're willing to put in the time and work, then yes, do it. Because I don't think anybody wants to look back a year, 5 years, 10 years from now and think, man, I should have gone on YouTube. Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this? Do you see the cons, but the pros outweigh the cons for you? Or maybe hearing and listening to these cons is making you think, you know, maybe YouTube just isn't the platform for me. So let me know in the comments. If you're new here, subscribe. I would love to have you, and like this video because it helps a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.